The program, this is the Limelight, and my name is Sima Apollo. Now, across the world, millions of people, including world leaders, are paying tribute to the fallen British monarch, and we are talking about the late Queen Elizabeth II, the longest-serving British monarch who passed away last week. And as we speak, in London, at Westminster Hall, inside Westminster Hall, streams of people are still paying their last respects to the fallen monarch. And what we know now is that the queues are now close to 4 kilometers, with people paying their last respects to the fallen monarch, the Queen of UK. And even in Parliament of the Republic of Uganda this week, it was paying tribute to the Queen. I need also to join the whole world in paying our last respects to the Queen. And that is why I will join Tom Sebunga, and Tom Sebunga is our correspondent in London, UK. Tom Sebunga is at Buckingham Palace, and we will need to connect with him and we understand what is going on as we wait for the final burial on Monday. Tom Sebunga, you're live on Sol TV. This is the Limelight, and I would want you to tell us exactly what is the mood at Buckingham Palace. I'm told that's where you are. Tell us exactly what is the mood in UK or across the 15 realms that the Queen presided over during her lifetime. Tell us, Tom Sebunga.
Yes, good evening, dear viewers. Yes, as Mr. Apollo has just told you, Tom Sebunga, I'm down here in London. I'm actually not at Buckingham Palace. I'm on the banks of the Thames River, which goes right close to the Westminster Hall, where the body of the fallen Queen is lying till Monday. The queues here of people are still growing. Yesterday, when I was reporting, the queues were at 5 miles. But today, it's been reported that they've surpassed that. They're already in 7 miles. Before I got on air, there was one gentleman, a Ugandan. He told me he's from much India. He was with his 2 sons here, and he said that this is a monumental time to be part of this. He had to skip school. His children had to skip school so that they can be part of this whole procession. And he told me that they've been waiting for almost 8 hours from morning till now, that they have just been able to see the body lying in Westminster Hall. I must tell you that if our viewers here in London are around watching this, they should expect to have an overnight walk before they get to see the body tomorrow early morning. At the moment, right now here, it's just time to 6 in the evening, but the queues are humongous. They're still growing. People, I don't know who is telling people that they have to come and see. It takes patience and courage and love of someone who has fallen, for someone to be able to wait for these long hours. We understand that down here, they've been able to facilitate people with bottles of water, and at the same time, toiletries are also here to make sure that these people cannot get out of the queue, and also to allow them be comfortable. We have seen earlier on the Bishop of Canterbury. He's also been around helping these people, to comfort them, to make sure that, they are comfortable, not to be distressed, and they get to leave the queue. This is what they call a queen losing a life here in the UK. The preparations are huge. This is not what anyone expected, but hey, it's been delivered.
Tom, we know it is an emotional moment, and sometimes here in Africa and Uganda, where you come from, we usually around this time see people crying, see people shedding tears, and it looks like it's not the case that side. And someone was asking me, well, why, and why? What are your observations? Do you see people, I mean, expressing grief in the African way?
Well, I may say first that when you have been a monarchy for over 70 years, and when you have served your people so well, and when you have delivered up to even the very last day, that you even had courage to swear in a brand new prime minister, this, I think, is what was to be expected. People are celebrating her life. Yes, people are mourning that they've lost someone who has been a hero, or someone who has been so important to them. It is just celebration, thanking her of what all the services she's been giving. I have not seen people crying. All I have seen is courage, patience in the hearts of these people, that they have been able to wait for this long. That shows you how much these people have loved, and that shows you how much these people want to appreciate her, so that they can get to see her before she gets to be laid in Windsor come this Monday.
Well, again, Tom, I would want you to tell us, you must have had a word with those people who have come to pay their last respects to the fallen queen, and they must have told you what they actually believe the queen did as that outstanding legacy. What do they speak about her legacy? What stands out in their eulogies, and what is it, especially like you said, you talked to Ugandan. What does they say about the foreign monarch?
Now, starting with a Ugandan gentleman I only called the name of Kevin. He told me that the reason why he decided to come down with his two sons to see this is that he wanted them to see history in the making. Because none of us, I believe, were around when the same queen was sworn in as the new king, as the new queen of England 70 years ago. I believe he wanted his children to be part of history, that yes, they went to see this lady lying in the Westminster Hall. And also the people that have been able to see here, they have spoken about a lot of things. Some of them met her during the Chelsea flower show because she loved gardening. And others have come down to thank her because she loved her dogs. We all know that she had two dogs that she's been living with and traveling with everywhere she went. The people who are animal lovers here from the Battersea dog home, they say that they thank her because she has been able to give them money to make sure that they rescue all these animals. I mean, everyone is remembering this amazing lady in a different way. Some of them have never met her in life, but because they've seen all the work she has been doing, even at her old age, has prompted them to love her, even to the very last hour. Some of them are here because they know they're not going to be able to make it to Windsor on the day when she's going to be laid down. I mean, what can you say about this amazing lady? She is forever going to be embedded in people's hearts here.
Well, Tom, I don't know if you well, what we know is that she's still lying in state at Westminster Hall in London, awaiting the burial on Monday. Tell us if you have peeped into the plan, the whole plan for the for the people paying respects, and then other proceedings towards the burial or the funeral on Monday. Tell us what is in that long plan.
Well, at the moment, the plan is almost still the same. Nothing has changed from the first time when it was produced out. Still, it is on Monday, but they're saying that the body is going to be at Westminster Hall till Monday morning. So that means that all the mourners must have been able to, most of the mourners, I believe there will be still people who will be left out, who will have not seen the Queen lying in the hall. But people who are the organizers, they already said that by 10 in the morning, this procession has to start again to make sure that they get to move the body for the time to be at the burial in Windsor. It is being said that it's only going to be the chosen few that are going to be at the burial place in Windsor. I think and I believe that is going to be just the family, the close family, the Royals, the Chelseas, the Williams, the Harrys, the Catherine, all those. They are the only few people that are going to be chosen to be at the final resting place of our late Queen. But at the moment, we believe rumors that have been had here that they have advised people not to travel to go to Windsor because it's quite a very small place. They don't want it to be congested the same it is here in London. London is quite a huge place, and Westminster Hall, where the base is, it's quite a very big place. So if people can cover all this place for just this huge number, that means Windsor is going to. There's no way they're going to be able to cope with all the numbers if in case people start traveling there. We've heard that at Windsor Castle, there's so many people who have been there already 4 days in, sleeping there day and night to make sure that they don't get to miss at least the last glance of the body as it processes through into the Windsor Castle itself. These guys are so organized. The way they have organized this, they pulled it off. No one expected everything to be the way it is.
All right, that's it. And, Tom, well, tell us about the tradition of laying wreath and flowers. I understand initially that was the case, and this time round, the pictures I can see from Westminster Hall in London, I don't see people carrying flowers. Are there designated places where some other people can go and lay flowers? Because that is a tradition, I am sure, an English tradition to pay respect. And I don't know what you know about that. When the news came out of the death of the fallen queen, people started flocking to Buckingham Palace, and that place was flooded with a lot of flowers. Then they advised people that they shouldn't be taking them there. They should go to Hyde Park. Then Hyde Park was also flooded with a lot of flowers. Now, what has happened now is that every single place where the Queen laid a stone or opened a building, people are putting flowers outside there. There is a fire station where I went to as I was coming to report here. I saw there was a lot of flowers there. But now somebody told me that that was because the people at that fire station was when one of the castles got fire. This was the first station that ran, all sent people out to make sure that they put the fire out. So they went in to say thank you. You are the one who helped out in that situation. So every attachment or any building that has got an attachment to the monarchy or to the fallen queen, they have received flowers in huge numbers. It's beyond my knowledge. I've not seen this in when any leader, a political leader or a royal passing. I've not seen this my whole time. These guys here mourn differently. All right. You can briefly tell us what you know about the plans at Windsor, where the foreign queen will be laid to rest. Do you know of the plan? Anything about the plan, and you share it with us? Or what do you know about that?
Yes, there's well, as I told you earlier on, the plan has still remained the same. On Monday at 10 in the morning, the body will be leaving here to be headed towards Windsor. Uh, we still believe that it's going to go by road, so that people around Knightsbridge or Cromwell Road, because these are the roads that lead towards Windsor, people will be able to see the Queen the very last time. But they said that no one is going to be allowed to go into Windsor Castle itself. It's only going to be those close family members, and we believe some of the politicians here as well. They're going to be missing out. Today, we've noticed that there were so many world leaders who also came in to pay their respect, and we heard that. There were so many that they did not have these small saloon cars to move them around. They had to put them in small minibuses. Now, the question is, if it was you, Mr. Apollo, who of the world leaders would you like to sit with in a bus? Forget about all the morning. If you had that chance, who would you like to sit with? I mean, this is unbelievable. It is out of my mind.
As a journalist, Tom, tell us what lessons can we draw from those experiences, though it is a moment of sadness, it is a moment of grief, but of course we can pick lessons as a nation this side or as a society. What are those lessons, if any?
Well, me, myself, as a journalist living here, seeing all this happening in front of me in my eyes, I will only say one thing. When someone has served well, and if you remember that one thing that this person has done, you need to appreciate them. How I wish this lady would be able to see all this happening. I mean, this would have been the joyous day for her, I would say. So, to me, I think everyone has to be celebrated if you know that this person has ever done something amazing to you or for you. You have to celebrate them just before they go, because all this, to be honest, is pointless to her. It's only for us who are living to celebrate and to also see history happening in our lifetime. Chances are, some of us might not see this happening in the near future. We don't know how long Charles is going to live, and we don't know how long William is going to live. So this is history in the making.
Finally, you talked about, you hinted about the now crowned King Charles the Third. And what plans and what is happening, especially now that the head, the titular head of the monarch for 70 years has passed on, and what is happening and what are those plans? We know that he has already been installed as king, but what else has happened as we close the show?
Well, I must first of all applaud this man. I was about to call him young man because the energy he has shown today, all during this whole time, when he's into sadness that he lost his mother. He's 70, but the energy he's showing, the troubles he's been doing, he's been through different barrels, he's gone to meet different divisions here. People to see that, he's the new king. He's not trying to prove anybody, he's not trying to buy his trust in these people. He just wants to prolong what his mother has been doing all this long. It's amazing. So I believe pretty very soon he's going to be coming back to Westminster, Oh, I think I had he will be going to Windsor, so that's where they're going to reunite again for the burial. But again, I must say, you know, this guy, he's shown strength. The speech he gave yesterday was so moving. You know, you could see that he's sad, but at the same time, he's giving us hope that you know, he's going to be a good king once he takes over come next year when he's been officially sworn in as the new king of England.
Tom, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for that report, a very insightful report. And let's, of course, join millions and millions of people across the globe paying tribute to the fallen Queen, Her Majesty Elizabeth II. And Tom, be sure that we will catch up with you anytime on Monday or anytime when we feel like we want a report from you. My name is Tim Apollo.